Neil, did the president commit a crime?
Absolutely. It sure looks that way from everything on the tape. Maybe there's some surrounding circumstances that exculpate him, but I think a criminal investigation here is absolutely warranted. He said, Joe, you need to go find 11,780 votes. I mean, someone who's committed to seeking the truth goes and wants to seek the truth. They don't seek a certain specific number of votes and threaten Georgia officials with criminal prosecution if they don't comply.
So Joyce, what are some of the crimes the president may have committed on this weekend call?
So I agree with Neil. First, it's important to say that there has to be a full investigation. Here's why. There are a lot of possible crimes. There's this Georgia solicitation statute, soliciting election fraud. And that, Joe, frankly, looks like a slam dunk. It's what lawyers call an inchoate crime. You don't have to complete the crime. All you have to do is make the request. So the question is whether there will be a prosecution in Georgia. On the federal side of the ledger, there's a range of crimes that involve extortion, wire fraud, conspiracy. There's a specific crime that relates to election fraud. There needs to be investigation. Here's why. These crimes all come down to the president's state of mind. Did he really believe he had won the election and he was just seeking a fair count? Or did he know what was really going on here? That answer might seem obvious to all of us watching, and certainly as a prosecutor, I'd look forward to playing the tape in court. But you really have to engage in an investigation into the conversations the president had with people. I'd have subpoenas out this morning for grand jury for folks that the president has been in touch with to see if he acknowledged that he had lost the election. There's also this concept in the law of willful blindness, of someone who ignores the truth. So when the president repeatedly asks on this call for the specific number of votes he needs to win, I just need you to find me 11,780 votes. That's an indication that he's not seeking an election recount, that he's trying to steal an election. We need to have an investigation conducted by career officials at the Justice Department who know how to do this right.
Well, and the fact that the president's coherent enough to know that he needs 11,780 votes stolen and put into his column certainly would suggest that he's not delusional. But Dave Ehrenberg, this weekend we spoke about this matter, and you actually said the president's best defense under the law, both Georgia and federal, could be that he is delusional, that the president's attorneys would need to convince a judge, my client's delusional, he just doesn't know the difference between truth, between reality and fiction.
Yeah, Joe, I agree with my colleagues. At the very least, there is a clear predicate to open a criminal investigation at the state and federal levels. And a prosecutor could indeed file charges. But whether a prosecutor would is another question, because there is some ambiguity on the president's intent. And intent is an essential element here. And indeed, his best defense is that he could claim that he really believes these lies. He believes this massive conspiracy that stole his votes, and that's why he was talking to the Secretary of State about finding lost votes. The problem, though, as Neil said, is that he didn't ask Raffensperger to find the votes. He asked him to find a specific number of votes, 11,780 votes to be exact, which is just one more than he needed to overcome Biden's victory in Georgia. Plus, Trump knows that his attorney general, his election security chief, and every judge that heard these claims, including ones he appointed, have rejected them, have debunked them outright. And so in the end, yeah, I think this was less than a perfect call. I like to refer to it as the Four Seasons total landscaping version of the call to Ukrainian President Zelensky, except here it's all caught on tape.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.